Welcome back to Prairie Farm, Michigan on Farming Simulator 25. It's episode 7 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just gone 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Our pea contract, as you've already seen, has completed. I did end up using the other pea harvester as well. I just wanted to get through it a little bit quicker. It still took us another hour and a bit. No. Yeah. Nearly 2 hours? It took us a little bit longer anyway to get the rest of it done. We're up to 625,000, which is pretty good. We had what was left in the trailer from the contract. We got what's left here, and there was about 8,000 litres, I think it was, in the harvester. So there's 26,000 litres already in the silo. Yeah, this 18,500 going in. And then literally a minute ago, 2 minutes ago, the contract popped up for cultivating the field we just harvested. So we're going to send out the John Deere with the cultivator and we're going to get cracking on that. I'm trying to decide what to do about our seeding situation. Let's open the cover anyway. We'll do it anyway, but let's get the peas in. So while that's doing that, if we come to, no, that one there. I'm going to start with the seeder because I want to do some grass, but I'm looking at the Seed Hawk pack, and it's that kind of thing of, whoa, you know, we can go really big. We've got the John Deere, we can pull it, won't be a problem. 450 horsepower required. In all honesty, I could pull it with the Fendt, but you know what, we need a bit of oomph to it. Takes out to 19.8 meters. That's awesome. The tank holds 21,800 again. Awesome. We can probably top that right up and then not have to worry about it for quite some time. Brilliant. But that got me then thinking in terms of, is that the exhaust? It might have been the exhaust plume. And I know thinking is a dangerous thing, isn't it? But if we come to our map, all these fields down this side have got the look, all up there, all up there. We've got the telegraph poles. I don't think they run up this side of the map. So to be fair, what, 3/4? If we take it as a quarter, well, maybe fifths. Yeah, 1/5 of the map is going to be an absolute nightmare with that seeder. Because even if a couple of people messaged me, oh, who was it? Sent me a direct message about boxing in around the poles, so they grassed a little bit further out around them, so it doesn't get too close. That's fine, that's okay, but if I hire a worker, especially with a 19.8 metre, one, I don't know if it's going to fit through there particularly well, or the gap between there and there. We could go over the grass a little bit if it wanted to, but I think the worker will avoid that if possible. So then that field becomes a nightmare. But then do I then buy, if we come back into it, do I buy that and then say, well, let's get a smaller one for filling in the gaps? But then you think to yourself, well, that's it's a bit counterproductive, isn't it? We're spending that amount of money anyway, and then still getting a separate one for doing the gaps. And I really, really want to use that. And for the rest of the map, that's fine. I'm looking at that and thinking, to be fair, it's 15 meters. As far as planters go, I was almost right when I said the other day. We come into here, it's the 1775 NT. I said the 177. So the John Deere, that's available. And that's got a nice old width on it for a planter. But again, it's quite wide. But I'm not ready to get that yet. We're going to, like I said, we're going to start with the seeder. So I don't know what to do. I'm really torn. I mean, getting that, we're down, well, nearly 5 meters, which is a fair bit, to be fair, when you think some of the seeders start off and they're only 3. So we're down the width of one of the smaller seeders. But the price difference is huge. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know what to do. My heart is telling me just go for the Seed Hawk. Go big. You know, you're not going to get many opportunities to do that kind of thing. And my head's saying, yeah, but gotta stop thinking. Oh, I switched out the. I still do the accent in the lime green. I kind of like it. When I say I kind of like it, I kind of like it. I'm not sure I'm going to stay with it. I might switch it back. It's growing on me. I must admit, I didn't realise how much of it was going to turn green. I thought it was just these edging bits, and I saw that. I don't know. It's growing on me. That probably means I'm going to change it back. To be fair as well, it is getting late-ish. This thing sounds brilliant. The Chief. I suppose we should really put some twins on it or something like that, especially when we're pulling something big like this. Give ourselves plenty of traction, spread the weight of the vehicle, avoid too much compaction prior to cultivating, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing I'm thinking about now, because we're in that position, we're almost onto our seeding and planting. Almost, we're so close. All the liming's done. Is animals. What animals do I want to do? I'm seriously considering pigs, and like I say, doing them as separate crops. We've got wheat, we've got canola, but then there's other things I potentially want to use for those. But we are going to put stuff in these fields. Cornfield should be ready to harvest in October. I'm sure it should be next month that should be ready to harvest, because corn's a big old chunk of pig food. Do I just feed the requisite parts? Do I buy a pig food mixer and mix pig food? I just don't know what's more efficient, really. I suppose doing it that way, it means you haven't got to keep going backwards and forwards with individual things to the pig pen. You just go, I suppose it's no different, is it? I'm just thinking, if you've got a pig food mixer, you just go to that and mix it, but you're still going to one location to tip the stuff in. But I suppose you can do it in bigger capacities, potentially. And once it's mixed, you just go and grab the pig food whenever you want it. I'd want to do that, because I do tend to go down the route of, and again, I'm trying to change people. I'm trying to be a better man. I tend to go down the route of just buying pig food. You know, so well, we've got the money, we've earned the money. We could spend ages making pig food. We could get all the different required components to just feed them the components. But why not just buy it? But then I think, well, actually, you know what I said about the? Oh, did I dream that? Which set of grain mills was it? I said about putting in the windmill, the US. There's a pack of 3. There's a standard one, there's a Polish one, and then there's the. Did I just go past it? Oh no, I wrote it here. Were they the ones that had pig food as a byproduct? I can't remember. So I don't know whether to leave. I don't really want to. I think I'll probably get the cultivating done now. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Whether to wait till tomorrow. But then if we go into tomorrow, then we got. If the corn is going to be ready to go, I've got seeding and a corn harvest. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. And that is the thing, when you're doing big field, well, it's no different to anything, is it? Like I say, it's just a different scale. If you are doing, because the time taken to prep big fields. Oh no, hang on, done it wrong. Let me just. I'm going to start doing this from now on, I think. Oh no, actually, I probably should leave it, shouldn't I? Because when you are cultivating and ploughing and stuff, you should do the up and down first, shouldn't you? Work the headlands on, start with up and down, then you finish off with the headlands. It's when you're harvesting and stuff, you should do it the other way around, technically. So you're not driving over the headlands each time to get to the crop. Yes, do it this way around. I'll get this cracking. Yeah, so I don't want to wait till tomorrow and do the seeding tomorrow. Oh, hope I haven't yanked my cord out of my mic. Yeah, lots of me umming and ahhing. See, everyone just thinks you just do a let's play. There's a lot of decision making has to go into all these things. You don't want to get it wrong. You don't want to make a mistake. It can be costly. This is going to take some time. You know, I think I might completely wuss out on the whole situation, but for the time being, I'm going to sidestep it. I'm going to get the planter first. I know. This seed here was a seed left over from the sowing contract that was left in the seeder. So I brought it back down, unloaded it, and then we completed the contract. I could have completed the contract with it in. It's not the end of the world. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to get the planter first, and I'm going to go for this. Why not? Again, I can't think of the last time I went big. I'm trying to think of FS22. Was it Custom Modding and JHHG? Who else did the really big John Deere stuff? But anyway, 360 horsepower required. Yeah, you know what? 234. Yes, let's pull the trigger on that. And then what I'm also going to do is come out there and I'm going to buy a front seed tank. I'm just going to get a standard 1,600. Just adds a little bit extra on just to give us a bit of extra oomph. Let's buy that. Now that should really be attached to other horse stuff, so the pipe will go between the two, but we're not going to get too bogged down. Well, what I'm considering is then right hand side of my split field, I'm going to put in sunflower because I don't do sunflower very often. This field here, now I'm considering soybean or possibly cotton. I don't do cotton very often. It's not a massive field. We get a bit of cotton off there, but I don't know. I'm just thinking of things I don't do very often. But I might mind. I'm just doing soybean in it. So do sunflower over there, soybean in this one. Like I say, it's just I don't often work on very big fields, and doing cotton on tiny fields is just counterproductive. It's just not worth it, you know, because then you end up leasing, and that's the only other downside. We don't have a trailed cotton harvester. And the cotton harvesters cost a bomb. They're expensive. It's a lease. I mean, the big John Deere one's 40 something grand. Lease, yeah, 43,197. The case is a little bit better. It's still 24 grand. And even you think, yeah, but the sort of money you're earning, you could buy one. You could if you were going to do a lot of cotton. If I was going to do field after field after field, it's well worth investing in. So I don't know. Am I better off just picking a crop that once harvested, I've got crops sat in my silo that if I decide I'm going to do different pig food recipes or whatever, again, I haven't decided. I've got to go and have a look at the factories and stuff. Another thing we said about, we chat about these things together, don't we? I chat about them and then you get frustrated. Old American grain mill. So yeah, flour and the different oils. We've got canola, we've got wheat. That's not the one that makes pig food as a byproduct then, is it? I don't think so. I could have sworn that was the old American one, but that is, isn't it? And that would fit. I mean, it's not big, is it? We could just put that on there. We've got ourselves a little production, or on here. It doesn't really matter which side. And we can start getting something being made. Again, like I say, for the production people out there, I know some people saying, "Oh, come on, you can't do a series, not do any productions at all." And if we're going to maybe produce our own diesel or maybe make our own seed, or if I'm looking at doing pig food, those will be a production kind of. It's 20 grand, isn't it? Should we just do it anyway? There's no customization option on there. That is the American one, isn't it? I'm doing it. We'll do a bit of landscaping. We've done it, people. We've done it. Actually, what I should have done was let's hook up to the front tank first. Drag that all the way around the yard to get onto the back of this again. There we go. So what I can do, at least while the cultivator, because I thought, well, I'll let the cultivator do its thing, and then I'll skip ahead till tomorrow morning and we'll decide what we're going to do. I'll have a look in the brochures and that kind of stuff and we'll see what we're going to do. And I thought, well, I might as well be doing something while that's cultivating. We want to switch that then to, not from corn, sorghum, sunflower, there we go. Although, again, if we come to here, see, it's always thinking ahead. If we decided to go chickens, and there's a couple of really big chicken pens, sorghum would be a good crop, because then that would keep the chickens going for ages, wouldn't it? So maybe rather doing sunflower, doing sorghum in that field. Oh, dearie me. I know. I know. Just to the front tank. At least we're getting something done, aren't we? That, you know. There we go. That's that one done. Close the lid on that. Use the bags first. There we go. So I'm going to change that then to... Oh, green beans. No. No, stick to your guns. Big crop. Maybe we could do green beans over there. Again, I'm just thinking crops I haven't done. I don't really do, you know. So we are full. So the funny thing is, again, when I said about the scale is just different. You know, that's the essence of it, is the scale is different. I've got a lot of hours on this map now already. I think I'm over 50. I think I'm over 50 already. And people say, oh, I've done hundreds of hours. But bearing in mind, I'm only on episode 7. I feel like I've been on here ages. But that's not a bad thing. I'm, like I said, I'm enjoying playing on here. So it's that thing of, I've finally got a seeder. Or planter, should I say, sorry. And there'll be people saying, well, yeah, but you know, it's ridiculous. You've done 7 episodes. You're already buying big plants and stuff. Again, it's just a scale thing. That's all it is. But it feels like it's taken ages to get to this point. It really does. Right. Yeah, sorghum it. Why not? Do that. Let's turn her on. Love the sound. Let's plop it down. Hit the line. Bleep, bloop, and off we go. Oh, blimey, just as I thought. I'm thinking, oh yeah, we've got bags of money, haven't we? All that money, tons of it. We'll get this, we'll get that. I'll buy the seeder next. We need to get a roller. We're going to need something, again, fairly big. This goes quite a speed. Still getting that thing happening a little bit. That was supposed to have stopped. But very happy. Very happy. Nice. I'm still thinking. That's why I went quiet. Can't do 2 things at once. I can't think and talk. Good grief. What am I going to put in that other field? I'm so tempted to do cotton, but logic would say no. You need to do a crop you can use. Yes, you can make good money from doing cotton, but when I say use, yes, you can use it for making fabric, and then you can make clothes. Now I'm doing onwards. But I'm thinking, if I'm going to go down the animal route, I want crops that I can utilise for feed and things like that. Really. Who knew it was going to be such a big choice? We're on to our final strip. Well, we're on our final strip, and we're not far off actually completing the cultivating contract, which is nice. But now, actually, you know what? I'm saying now. Let me wait till I get to the end of the row. I need to check the soil situation, because we seem to have this thing where it was kind of not everything, but most things once you'd done the planting or seeding needed rolling. But now that's not the case with every crop, so we should need to roll after soybean. I'm going to need a roller anyway, just, you know. And interestingly, I got brought into the area via the brochure network. The Dalbo Mega Roll. Thinking, oh yeah, that's the biggest one available, but actually the base game brand is bigger and cheaper, I think. So I'm going to double check that in the brochure, because I think if we do need to, let's raise that, fold that. Did the job. Funny though, isn't it? That's the biggest plant that we've got in game at the moment, and that seemed not tiny, but it still took a little bit of time. What time is it? Just gone 5:15 in the afternoon. Yeah, so we look at our roller situation. I went for that. I thought I'll get the Dalbo Mega Roll. Of course, that's 24.3 meters, but the brand's 27.7. That's 140,000. That's 115. So why would I go for the? So I think let's. Oh, there's no option, is there, for anything else? Comes just like that. Don't want a license plate option on there. No plate, and then. Ooh, 235,000. Mind you, that's so we've got a contract we're doing at the moment. I don't know what's going to come up tomorrow. I've no idea. There are still those contracts for. We barely used any seed. I mean, literally a fraction. Considering the size of the field, I thought we would use way more than that. Anyway. Yeah, so we've still got like parsnip contracts, and there's a few of those left, but I don't know if I'm going to jump on those. I think we might wait, because like I said, we're going to have our corn harvest to do, I think, probably tomorrow in that field over there. And then we're going to have to repurpose that field and get that ready to go for whatever's next. I need to do that alfalfa test. I haven't done that yet. Excuse me. Just I remembered, I was thinking, if we buy our seeder, I haven't got enough money to buy that. Oh, there you go, contract finished. That was a bit of luck, wasn't it? Right, I need to complete on that now, because otherwise that will just carry on. So let's go to there. Completed. Nice. Collect. Boom. Yeah, we've got these, haven't we? So we've still got carrot, green beans, spinach, peas. There's another sowing one there, actually, but we haven't got a seeder yet. But we're now up to 281,000. So if we were going to scale back and get that, we can do that. That's too much to get both of those. I haven't got enough at the moment. I'm seriously thinking I'm probably just going to go for that. I know I'm going to chicken out. I know I am. I just think as well, when you hire a worker, when workers try and back up when you've got these and they're kind of joined and you've got multiple attachment points, that can become a bit of a pain. I know it's a little bit smaller than what we've just used, actually, but I don't know. I just think tank size is pretty good. I'll have another look in the brochure, see if there's anything between that and that. I don't think there is, but I'll have a look. I was all set. I'm like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the Seed Hawk, but I just don't think. I think my head has overridden I say my heart. You know what I mean? It's that kind of, ooh, exciting, whoa, you know, but I don't know. And again, isn't it funny how we've gone from being that kind of sport for choice with the Seed Hawk, the Hatson Bick. Actually, you know what? I think if we go on that, can't we? Okay, I think we can swap, can't we? Elmer's Seed Hawk. Oh, that's a tyre choice. I thought we had the option. Oh yeah, design Seed Hawk Vegstat. Yeah. So you can go for either one of those, but we had the Seed Hawk pack, we had Hatson Bickler, we had Borgo, so we had a lot of big stuff, and we haven't really got any of that at the moment. But then again, depending on what size map you're on, with what size field, the stuff that's this size would be considered really big. So yeah, you've got to weigh it all up. I think what we'll do is, shall we get some bits into here? This is the same one. This is the same one, isn't it? Did I use this on 22 on Evergreen Valley? Is that the same one? You know, I think it might be. Where's the... There we go. So we've got wheat and we've got canola. $24,000 litres each time. Yeah, we'll stick at least 24,000 litres of each in. Why not? Get that spinning, get that running. I want to don't want concrete around this. Maybe a bit of gravel or a bit of dirt, and then we'll join up again. We'll put a little loop round here for joining up for putting the stuff in. Maybe loop that in with the fuel tank bit round here. Maybe onto this. You know, it just becomes an organic thing, doesn't it? As the farm grows, you kind of build it to how you want it. Now, am I going to empty the tanks on this to use for the next one, or shall I keep this filled, ready for whatever I do? Oh no, hang on, we need to go over to we're going to do that field. I might set a worker on that one. I'm curious to see how this will run. What were we going to put in that one? I hadn't decided, had I? Sunflower, soybeans, sugar beets, cotton, green beans. I think I'm going to go soybean. Right, I'm going to let that run now. So I will probably see you... I'm going to get some stuff shifted over into that. Contracts, I need to get the John Deere back. And then we'll decide in the morning, I guess, because we need to get all this done. I need to do some alfalfa testing. Again, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I've talked about it in some other episodes. Alfalfa is a grass. And you can feed alfalfa to the animals on here, which is fine. But I don't know if we can make silage from alfalfa. I think we can do wrap bales. I suppose we could do that, couldn't we? We've got a bale of wrapper. So if we did hay, because we can do alfalfa hay, that's not a problem. We can do hay and we can feed that to the animals. And I'm assuming, again, let's double check, because I hadn't really thought about it up until literally this moment. Our mixer wagons, yeah, looks like they'll take alfalfa hay. That's that first one, isn't it? So if we're going to do mixer wagons, or a mixer wagon for doing tail mix ration, if we do cows, so if I do alfalfa, we could do half of it bales, because then we'll have straw bales and we'll have, I think I might switch that baler out. You know, I said I might go for the baler that's got the up to 9 times capacity. It really compacts and condenses everything. But not switch it up to 9 times, maybe put it on double, like twice the capacity. So we can get more hay into less bales. And then as far as storing goes, we're not going to hit our bale limit. I'm going to go alfalfa. Yeah, we'll do alfalfa. Why not? But let's get this going. See how many times it gets caught up on the poles. In all honesty, if it gets caught up on the poles, I know, again, I appreciate everyone that reached out and said about different ways I could deal with the pole situation. And in all honesty, the couple of times it has hooked up on it, all I've been doing is just doing this side myself and then letting it run the rest of the field. It's a small amount to worry about. It's not the end of the world, is it? So let's get that running. Oh no, hang on. No, it's because I'm still on that. I need to go to that. We're going to go up and down first, then headlands. Yes, we are. Yeah, I'll do that. I also said, do I want to see where it's going to go? Probably not. Probably don't want to know that, do I? It's going to do the same as it did before. It's just, you know. Bring back that. What was that broadcast cedar? Was it an L500 or something 500? Wasn't it? It was a 3-point link mounted tub, and it did fertiliser. I'm sure it did lime, and there was a sowing version of it as well. So it was basically just a broadcast cedar. That was brilliant because it just sat on the back of the tractor. Didn't go out. It wasn't wide. It spread out quite wide. It flung the seeds quite wide, but wasn't too much of an issue. Right, we'll see how we get on with our seed here. We've got plenty. I think it's going to get through soybean seed a lot faster than it got through the sorghum seed. And I'm going to go and get that. Let's get the windmill up and running. And then I might see you probably tomorrow. And then what we could do is when we're doing the... am I going to do the corn harvest in this episode? I want to get the seeding done. So maybe we'll decide what we're going to do about our seeder. And I think we all know what I'm going to end up doing. Although at the moment I'm not sure. And then... oh, the roller. I need to get the rolling done, don't I? What a muppet. I'm chatting away. I'll go and get the John Deere. Get the rolling done, and then we'll get the alfalfa in, because this episode I had in my head I want to get all my seeding and planting done, so we'll make sure we got that done. Awesome. I was just bringing back the John Deere and the cultivator, so I thought I said I'll get to the end of the row, and I started chatting, started talking about seeds and plants again, bought the right, didn't even need to check. So what is it saying? Needs rolling, brilliant stuff. So we are going to go and grab the roller. And I said I might see you tomorrow, but then I said earlier that I forgot about the rolling. So I'll take this and put this in front of the jet wash. I'll wash off the cultivator. I'm going to leave the Deere as it is, because if we're going to go and do rolling, it's going to get filthy again. We'll grab the roller. I'll get cracking on that. Oh, there you go. Look, see, it's already caught up on the posts. Dearie me. Never mind, eh? Could be worse. Yeah, not sure how, but it could be. That's what we're going to do as well. I'm really hoping all the recording works on this. The last episode, I honestly I don't get it. I've had little glitches before with the recording, but this freezing the picture, and I thought maybe it's the Share Factory software on the PlayStation. Maybe it needs updating, upgrading, and I've checked for updates. It's on the current version. I don't understand it. It's driving me nuts. I can't guarantee that every time I hit record, we're going to be all right. It's time to lose the light a little bit. Yesterday the light just went. It was like, is it 7:30 or 8:30? I cleared that branch. That's lit that up really well. It will be more telling at night, though. But I mean, we've lit up most of the road. Sure, the neighbours are going to be really happy. You can see that. That's all right, isn't it? Oh, this is a bit of a beastie, isn't it? Didn't need to use a roller this size on Riverbend. Should put beacons on, really. Not that the traffic pays the blindest bit of notice to anything I'm doing ever. It's like, oh, big tractor with beacons and massive roller. No, let's overtake it. That'd be fun. Good grief. Oh, look at that. Nailed it. I mean, pretty much. Right, let's do that. I've got the lines turned off at the moment. There you go. Lines turned off. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's roll. Awesome. We're getting a few jobs done, aren't we? Right, well, I will definitely now see you on the next one. On the next one? Not the next one. In the morning is what I meant to say. On the next one. This is not the end of the episode. I need to get the field next to us to our left seeded. Alfalfa. And that'll probably need rolling as well. I suppose I think to double check. Should I just stop a second? We whiz around the back. Although that is saying yield bonus 97%. What have I forgotten? Oh, we didn't mulch, I suppose, did we, after the last thing? It's double fertilised, it's limed. It was ploughed, so we shouldn't get weeds. I suppose, yeah, we didn't mulch it. That could be, maybe could be, possibly. It's a misty old morning here on Prairie Farm. It's October 1. I have already got a worker cracking on with the fertilising contract that's come up. I tell you what, it was a good time to buy the stuff. I wonder if it was holding on until it seems a bit weird. No, it wouldn't be holding on until I'd bought stuff. Surely that wouldn't make any sense. So all my stuff is parked up. We have got our first flour. There's a canola on a canola oil on the way. Oh, I need to turn the lights off on the store. We've topped up the tank on the John Deere. And if we see here, look, sowing contracts, 2 of. Now, one of them will require soybean. I can use my planter, but the alfalfa one, I'm going to need a seeder. And that big field 6 that we harvested right at the very start, that's now ready to be sown. So that's going to have alfalfa in it. So we're going to need a seeder. That one we can crack right along with field 17. We can get a worker going on that. They both pay out really, really well. But what I'm going to do, I thought I was, I thought I was going to be happy with the our cornfield as predicted is ready to harvest. Come on with the traffic. I need to build a subway. I'm not going to use this header. The header I thought I was going to use, I'm not. So I'm going to sell that for whatever we get for it. Whatever that ends up being. Let's just sell that for 37 grand. Cool, that goes into the coffers. Now I'm going to get a Geringhof, a standard, just the base game Geringhof header. It's wider. That was a 6. The Geringhof's 9. I haven't really used any Geringhof stuff yet, so I thought I'd do that. But we need a seeder because we're going to get alfalfa in the ground, and the corn I'm going to move on to in the next episode. But I'm just doing too many things at once. I think if I've got those 2 contracts as well, yes, our field needs to be harvested and we're going to get onto it, don't worry. But this episode, like I said, was about getting some seeding and planting, getting our fields done and ready to go. I'm concerned because the contract for the fertilising is on field 2, which is the next one up from our cornfield, and it's got telegraph poles in it. So who knows where we're going to end up. I went back in, had a look in the brochures. I made my decision. Not surprisingly, I'm going to go with the Amazon, just for ease of use, for the size, the ability to control. That's just the decision I've made. I know not everyone's going to be happy about that, but it is what it is. Again, I'm doing this for me, so that's going to cost me 206. Was it 206,500? Let's purchase that, which still leaves us with 113. This is going to wipe us out. I'm going to grab the Geringhof header, which I think is only 104. Corn header, 108. Oh, blimey, that's going to leave us really short. It folds as well, which I like. I like the look of that. It's not a case one. I could go with the case one. To be fair, that's 10 metre for 88 grand. Ooh, and that's 108. That's because that folds. 9, 10 minutes, 1 metre difference, but the price difference, 20 grand difference. We have got room, haven't we? I'm going to give that some thought. I probably will do, but I think what I want to do is get a fertilising contract out of the way first. So we've got enough. We've got enough money to do it, but it's that thing of I won't have much money left. I'm panicking. Right, so we want to use... Actually, it doesn't matter. I think we can use either, can't we? If we're going to do contract work, let's get the John Deere... Not the John Deere, this is a Fendt. John Deere seeder. Planter, sorry. Let's get that going on this contract here. Was this the one I can do already? Or was it the other one? Hang on, I need to make sure I get the right ones here. Field 17 is for soybean. Oh yeah, so I need to use that one on field 17. That's all right. So we can do soybean because we're still set on soybean. Although I think it needs topping up somewhat. Let's get that going. So we're going to get, not only are we going to get onto the planting and seeding that I was intending to do, the fact those contracts have come up, Oh, happy days. Alles gut. Good, good. I'm never quite sure. But we'll buy some more in just a moment. I'll get the John Deere over on the new Citan, sedan, whatever. That's okay. Right, we're going to need some from here as well. Then there we go. Seed, please. Wallop. Job-a-deed. Right, let's get along to field 17. Get that going. I'm going to grab the John Deere on our new one. Come over here, grab some seed, and then we'll get over. We'll get our fields done. Our field done here, and we are putting alfalfa in it. And then we'll get onto that big field, field 6, and we'll get the alfalfa in that. Tell you what, though, we are running out of space with regard to big equipment and machinery. We're going to need another barn or building. I suppose we could put one on there, but then that invalidates our turning circle. I suppose we could. I'm thinking, could we put an open shed? We could put an open shed that faces open that way and back stuff into it. That would work. I know we bought that land over there, but I'm holding on to that in case of some kind of emergency. I don't know what kind of emergency. You never know, do you? What you might want to do with it, you know? There could be yeah. I mean, do I need? Oh no, the what's it called again? What's my other one called? The John Deere. Yeah, the Chief. Doesn't have a front 3-point. I was going to say, oh, maybe I need to get another front tank, but I can't. It won't do the thing with the old and all that the good stuff. Well, this is yeah. We need the sun to come up a little bit. We are a bit cloudy this morning. It is early though. It's 7:10. I thought we'll crack on because the other thing as well. We'll see what happens. Is as we go across to here. There we go. Look. Oh, it's going to be all these again, isn't it? I was to say, top of the map. If we come up here and go to there. Yeah, we've got some that are all ready to harvest. That's our field. Those are going to be next as well. Oh, soybean. Oh, ooh, hang on. Hello. Did we plant that or did we see? I don't know. I don't know. We've got a harvester. You can never have too much sugar beet. Somebody once said. I don't know who it was, but I'm sure somebody once said it. Let's go. Field 17 was that side of us, wasn't it? Yep. So, let's get onto the field. Let's open this up. We'll let the worker do their thing. No telegraph poles to worry about. We should be absolutely golden. We might need to top up because we got through far more seed when we did soybean than we did when we did sorghum. So let's get that going. So I think we might well have to because this is a big old field. That's why it pays out big old money. So I'm going to see you now. Let's go and grab the John Deere. Let's get our field alfalfa'd. Then that needs to be rolled. Then, like I say, next episode, I'm just looking to see actually my contract for fertilising. Has that gone? Just to see if it's gone from 21 to 22. That's right. It's not held up anywhere. As long as the percentage is still going up, it means it's still moving. We're going here. Excellente. It just seems to be very misty around the farm. The main roads will seem to be alright, but everywhere else it seems to be mega misty. Now, we don't want... so, we want to switch that out to... alfalfa. Why is our covenant opened? Oh, we're just about to. There we go. I don't want fertiliser. Leave me alone. Oh, come on, really? don't want to put... I don't want to... Stop bullying me into doing things. Was it at the front or the rear? I can never... You have to... Oh, no. It might well be cheap, but if I can't get any in it, what am I going to do? Nope, that's for the vehicle. Go a bit further in. Because usually, if the front tank is for fertiliser and the back is for seed, or the front's for seed, the back's for fertiliser, if you come in one way or come in the other way, then usually you can make it do this. That's for the vehicle. Nope. Okay, what if I go right the way through? You need to come off the trigger, otherwise it's going to keep showing the same thing every time. Nope. Just a little bit each time. Incremental, because otherwise it's going to force me to put fertiliser in, and I don't need fertiliser. There we go. Told you. 3,000 litres. That's not going to get the whole... Well, I might get the whole thing done. Let's close the cover. And let's get some alfalfaing done, shall we? It's only when I suddenly thought about getting a shed. There's still so much to do. Yeah, admittedly, we've got some big gear, we've got some big equipment, and, you know, like I know I'm saying it over and over again, I want to get multiple items. I want to get multiple harvesters. I want to get multiple root harvesters. You know, we are going to need more shed space. I want to do animal pens. I want to do animals. Are we going to do more productions? I don't know, maybe. I mean, there's a potential for it, isn't there? So let's get that turned on. We are on alfalfa. Yes, we are. I'm trying to think if I've done alfalfa before. I might have done a little bit of alfalfa on Stone Valley way back when. Back in the day, when I was a younger man. Potentially. Now this should as well. I'm just going to do the bottom line. Bonk. Yep. Needs reholing, so we will do some reholing as well. What crops to do? It's always that. It's always a thing, isn't it? You know. It depends. Oh, we've already got some. No, oh, look at this. Because we're going into a new month, and I've just driven over it. That's brilliant, isn't it? So what I should have done was backed off there, raised that. Oops. Yeah, it depends what you're about. It depends if you're looking ahead and you're saying to yourself, if you remember when we had the old crop rotation system on FS19 on the seasons mod, and you get the bonuses for the various different things you put in different orders, and if you put the same crop in after, you know, if you did a root crop and a root crop, it wouldn't do as well, and you know, various different things left residues in the ground, you know, all that kind of stuff, which is fine. You know, that's kind of part and parcel of the whole farming thing. But let's drop that down. What I'm going to do is do that. We're going to do that, but we're going to do that. So missed a little bit in the corner, but we'll grab that. Oh, we're getting a bit bouncy, aren't we? Yeah. So if your plan is just to make money, you're going to look at the crop types and say to yourself, okay, well, what crop types are going to... Why are we missing bits on the edge? We are overlapping. Did we not? Oh, maybe this is not a direct drill, is it? Did I not cultivate that properly? I missed all that bit down the side. Yeah. So if you're going solely for how much money can I make, pick the crops. But again, it tends to even itself out a little bit. Not always, but it's that thing. You know, I've said it multiple times. Crops that pay well yield lower. Crops that yield high don't pay as well. But because you get so much of them, you do end up making money. It just takes a long time. So it's, you know, it's a case of weighing that up. But if you're doing or looking ahead to saying, I'm going to do livestock, am I going to need stuff for feed? Am I going to need stuff for bedding? Am I going to, you know, then you're looking at what crops do I need to put in the ground, looking ahead potentially 6 months or however further ahead you want to do your animals. Or you might just decide, you know what, I'm going to do it the way around, that I'm going to still do crops that make me a lot of money, and then use that money to buy the things I need to feed my animals. Again, depends which way around you want to do it, but a little bit of planning ahead. So like I say, when I get alfalfa in, this is going to be my big old grass field. So this will be for my hay and silage. We've got straw ready, looking ahead to potentially doing cows. If we don't end up doing cows, fair enough. The grass will regrow really quickly, and if I decide, actually, you know what, I don't need to have it as grass anymore, we can cultivate that in, and we've used it as a cover crop. So, yeah. It's all good. How are we looking at contract? 34%. Top contract for sowing, 8%. That's going to be a big old cha-ching. But I'd say, because we are hiring workers, the money has gone down. We went from 100... Oh, no, I bought seed, didn't I? I was going to say, that jumped down quite a lot. That's a lot of worker fees. But no, we put seed in this, didn't we? But yeah, I think we're in a very good position. We're doing all right. You know, yeah, this is 15 metres wide. The other one would have been 19.8 or whatever it was. So, you know, nearly another 5 metres wider. 2.5 either side. But then you've got all that thing of the extra cart on there, the flexibility of it, the potential if you're hiring a worker. If you're running it yourself, that's not too much of a problem. But as I found when I hooked up that extra tank on the back of my fertilising rig, my herbiciding rig as well, if it went into a corner or went to a position where it wanted to back up, it just becomes this horrible tangled concertina mess kind of thing, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm not going to lie. It can be a bit of a pain, but. And it's funny because when I literally first came on this map and I was looking around doing my kind of, you know, is it viable? We were checking it out for a friend. Is it viable? Can we run this as a sort of a working farm? How much work will be involved? That kind of thing. Immediately I thought, you know what, I want this to be a big alfalfa field. Or a big grass field anyway. Not necessarily alfalfa, but a big grass field. And here we are. Did I stop with enough space? I might have done, yeah. Oh, that's going to be a little bit... Maybe I didn't. I should have gone forward a little bit more. Yep. Should have gone forward a bit more. Not to worry. Looking forward to doing the corn harvest. Get ourselves a Geringhof header. Give that a go. I think people were assuming, because I got the... Chris S. Riley S. beet harvester, vegetable harvester, that I was going to immediately go straight. I did mention potentially getting the let's beat that. There we go. About getting a harvester, switching the harvester out. I am denied about no. That's why is that? Was it because I was over a little bit? That just seems to have wiggled itself over. That definitely beeped. Let's come back over a bit. Let's beep again. Yeah, it was just realigning itself. I think people just assumed I was going to go straight in and get a crazy bonkers super fast mega capacity harvester as well. No, we've still got our case. Will I upgrade? Maybe. Will I get another case? I might just upgrade to the bigger case if we get enough money. Why don't we get one of the new ones? We could do, couldn't we? We'll see how we do with all these contracts. I'm going to keep an eye on the contracts here. See if we get any more come up. Especially if that sugar beet one coming. Yes, I can't really overlap too much because I'm going to end up going off into the ditch because we've got quite a long. Ooh, no, too risky. Let's raise that. I think we might be alright this time. I went a little bit further forward. We should be able to see in this field our sprayer. There's that field there somewhere. Somewhere in amongst all of that going on. But anyway, yeah. I love it when a plan comes together. It doesn't always, but when it does, it's a good feeling. Let's drop that down. Let's go forward. Hit the button. And away we go. See, I've turned the lines off. I know that'll make some of you very happy. The lines are off. And we are getting alfalfa in the field. So, seeding and planting. And a seeding and a planting contract. And I did some rolling, and we're getting stuff done. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, Thanks for watching.